We're happy you're back. I mean,
Yes,
you
we
were
are.
gone. A lot of stuff happened. And the train doesn't stop, Sean, because there's always some breaking news. All right, the very first thing I want to dive right into is I thought about Norman Lear for a second, because Norman Lear passed away, and it's one of those things, 101 years old. I mean, he's been in the business for 70 years. I mean, look at the projects he made. Maude, Sanford and Son, Good Times, One Day at a Time, and of course, The Jeffersons. And he, of course, was a producer, director, writer. For a long time, he was out there making just great cinema for the world, and it's very unfortunate that we lost one of the big ones out there. All the family too, Sabrina. There's a lot. There's a super lot out there, and it's like, for me, it's just sad to see a legend go away like that. It just is. And I think I messed my slides up a little bit when I started adding this in here, which is very unfortunate. But also, officially, last night. Or I should say, last night it went through at 5 p.m. They finally announced it later on. The SAG strike is officially done. Now you may say to yourself, "Oh, I thought it was done already," but it is officially done now, because before it wasn't actually done. We had to ratify that contract, and the contract finally was ratified. It was a 76% vote, where 76% of the members said yes, they wanted this, and of course 38.5 or 15% of the union actually only voted. Again, only 38% of the union voted. Of 160,000 people, and 76% said yes. In 2020, 74% said yes to the contract. So very much on the same par of that contract, but still a lot more people came out for this contract, and the strike is officially done. So if anybody says anything, it is done now. We're all going back to work. People are probably hesitant for a while, but it is done. And the first thing that I want to say, because this is done, I told you so, because A24 just is putting all their movies over to HBO Max now. So they signed a deal with Warner Brothers, and we had this whole interim agreement where they were like, "Oh, well, it's independent. It's going to be fine. It's interim agreement. We're helping the independent industry." But as soon as the strike ended, the next day, A24 signed a deal with Warner Brothers, and now every A24 production, and a lot of them shot during the strike because they weren't going to go to the big studios, are going to Warner Brothers. So they have a direct deal that every movie that's done, we're talking about Dream Scenario now that's out in theaters with Nicolas Cage. We're talking about The Iron Claw, Priscilla, with The Hand That Talks or Talk to Me, all those will be going right to Max. So every A24 production. So it kind of sucks, because we were told that we're helping the independent industry, but honestly, you're helping the big man like Warner Brothers. And because now the strike is done, though, we can talk about Barbie again, everybody, because Barbie is back in the news again, and it's going to Max. So continuing going to Max stories, it'll be on Max on December 15th. You can actually stream it finally if you haven't seen Barbie. Apparently, a lot of people did see it again, because $1.4 billion, and Barbie is going to be on Max. And the Ken spinoff, it's coming. We know it's coming. Greta Gerwig was talking about it, and she's like, the truth is, I guess we'll see. And then she said, we had too much material for Ken. We would write and write and write. We keep writing because there's so much talk about Ken. And they're like, well, we're going to do a movie. She's like, again, we'll see. But if you ask me, there's been a rumor for a long time a Ken spinoff is coming. So honestly, that is going to happen. But 100%, a sequel that is coming is the Squid Game, The Challenge, because we're getting a second season. It's been topping the charts over there at Netflix. #1 Netflix show for weeks now. People are going nuts. The final just aired tonight. Right now it's airing, actually. So the final of Squid Game, The Challenge, is airing. We're going to find out who gets that money, and we're going to find out they're actually casting for season 2 right now for all the reality contestants to see who is going to be doing the next season, because it did so well. They're doing more. And of course, So You Think You Can Dance is doing well too. Another reality show. They got picked up again. They got renewed too for season 18 over at Fox. And for me, it's like 18 seasons is crazy. But people think they can dance. And if they think they can dance, they might as well have a reality show, right? Put them on TV, let them dance their hearts away.
No.
But it's going to return on March 14th.
Brian.
I think you're going to be on the show then, Mike. I think
You're giving me a show.
You got to try out for the show, Mike. You got to get on there.
I want to see you dance, Mike. March 4th, the next season's coming, Mike. You better get out there and start dancing, because you never know when you might not be able to dance. And Jamie Foxx couldn't walk or dance for a long time, but now he's back to normal. So he came out and talked about this, Mike, and everybody out there. And it's great that we hear this, because apparently, there was all these rumors about what was happening with Jamie Foxx, how upset he was about how he couldn't talk about it. He's being very personal about it, and he was holding it back. Well, apparently it was so bad at one point where he could see the light. He said he saw the light, he saw the tunnel, but he didn't actually follow the light, and he found his way back home, and it was the scariest time in his life, and he couldn't walk for a long time. When the Squid Games and trivia challenge, when do we get? You'll get a trivia challenge eventually, probably. There's a lot of stuff happening with Squid Game, but Jamie Foxx, I feel bad that he went through all of this shit, and I hope that he is on the rebound. He won't have any issues. We have no idea still what happened, but we know that he couldn't walk, which is pretty fucking crazy. And I'm just happy he's come back. It's amazing that he has an opportunity to come and do this. And somebody else I never thought that would actually come back to a franchise was Ethan Hawke to the Black Phone, but he is coming back to the Black Phone. And we announced before that Blumhouse is doing a sequel to this. They want to do a sequel franchise, but Jason Blumhouse was actually saying, I don't think we're going to actually do like the same characters. It'll be like a spin-off type thing, different characters every time, but that is not true because Ethan Hawke, Jason Thames, Madeline McGraw, Emmy and Jeremy Davies, and Miguel Moro is coming back for Black Phone 2. They're all coming back. They're going to be Blumhouse putting this forward. Theatrical release June 27, 2025 has been set, and it made $68 million. So, of course, they want to keep this franchise going. And when something does that well, they want more, just like John Oliver over at HBO. He's been doing so well, they signed him for 3 more seasons. So 3 more seasons you're going to get of John Oliver's show. And you know what? Good for him. Last week with John Oliver, can't stop, won't stop. He's funny as shit. I enjoy him. I mean, it's not for everybody, but for me, I think he's great. I understand why they would re-sign him for 3 more seasons. But somebody else you probably won't see much longer, I'm going to say right now, is Sean Puffy Combs, because, man, more people keep coming forward. P. Diddy himself, more allegations. Whoopsie. Now, apparently, the allegation came forward where a girl that was 17 years old back in 2003 was gang raped by him. And, yeah, this just came forward today. She came forward because all these women are coming forward. She's like, I'm going to tell my story. Apparently, she was on a plane with P. Diddy and with his producer and one other man. And apparently they got her really drunk with alcohol and drugs, and they bent her over the sink in the bathroom on the airplane and had their way with her while she was passed out. It's a fucking lot. These are the allegations coming forward. And then Combs said enough is enough. For the last couple of weeks, I've been sitting here silently and watching people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and my legacy. Sickening allegations that have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth. The killer did die in the Black Phone, Queen, yes. So that Ethan Hawke died, so I don't know why he's coming back. But he's coming back somehow, probably pretty cool. But P. Diddy himself, I can't imagine he will have a career after this. Again, he stepped down from his company. And then again, him and his music producer, it's not looking good for them at all. And this is the president of Bad Boy Entertainment. That is our person, Javier Pierre. So if this happened, I mean, he shouldn't have a career. But if it didn't, then he needs to fight for his reputation. Just like Jonthan Majors is fighting for his reputation right now in court. And of course, we're on with the day 3 in court. But of course, they had a couple days last week with the 3rd day. We've had Jabari having her actual testimony coming forward. She's had 2 days testimony and more facts have come forward. Now, do people believe her or believe him? It's 2 different stories. It's a tale of 2 worlds, if you ask me. And who's right? That's the question. Who's right? We don't know. The facts will slowly roll out. It's not sure if Jonthan Majors will actually testify, but Jabari did come forward. And she played some tapes. She played a tape of Jonthan Majors yelling at her, saying, I'm a great man. I need a great woman. I need someone like Michelle Obama or Coretta Scott King. You need to be like them, which is, people online are giving him some shit, being like, why are you comparing him or comparing her to them? And that's been a thing. But whatever, he wants someone great in his back pocket with him, his partner in crime, or his partner in life, I should say, not crime. And Megan Good.
His partner for 5 minutes. Like, what are you talking about?
And they were together for 2 years. For 2 years.
Oh, that's 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And concerned with your life, that's 5 fucking minutes.
That's a long time. Ty says it happened. It probably did happen before, Ty. I think it's something about Sean Combs. But this, too, I'm not even sure what happened. Right. But again, if you listen to her actual statement about the whole thing, she was saying how they were in love so early. And then very early on, he said, I love you. And he was writing her poetry. Then all of a sudden, she went to a festival with a friend, and she came home and he got mad that she did, and he threw like candles against the wall and she was dodging them. And then she went to go see a friend and he was screaming at her again, and she said she felt scared of him just existing in his world. And after a fight, he would claim that he would want to kill himself. And her old partner actually did commit suicide, so it was a way for her pulling her into that situation and making her feel belittled. But then it's a lot, Sean, and it's like, how do you handle that, And so, but people online, there's some haters saying that there is some shit that went down. Like she said again in the car, she's saying that they both agree about the text message. She was talking to some girl named Cleopatra and saying, I wish I was kissing her right now. Cleopatra's probably Megan Good. Come on, let's be serious right now. They probably just put her name in there as Megan Good or as Cleopatra, but she wanted to go to the phone, grab the phone. She's saying he attacked her. He's saying she attacked him. Then there's video of him throwing her back in the car they played in court. There's also video of her chasing him for 5 blocks too. So like, what is that? We don't really know. We'll have to wait for more facts to come forward from that, because that's kind of interesting. And then she said she went out with these random strangers because they saw the whole thing go down. They said, we want to, take you out and cheer you up. So that's why she went out. She came home. She took 2 sleeping pills, passed out, locked the door because she thought that she was scared he would attack her again. He barged in with the police, apparently, called 911. She woke up and all the cops were there. And then she said she was scared to say anything. That's why she didn't say right away that what happened. She saw the bruises. They saw the bruises and the blood, and they were trying to say, did he beat you up? She wouldn't say anything, and eventually she said it, but she said she was scared because she didn't want to hurt his career. So, I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff with this. We'll have to wait to see what's going on. A lot of facts, and it's good we're getting some information, because honestly, it's all allegations back and forth until we get a verdict, and I hope that the jury is able to make some, and they're supposed to be done next week. We'll have to wait and find out. But, all these people may just end up on America's Most Wanted someday. Who knows? That's coming back to America's Most Wanted, everybody. Coming back for a second season, the reboot.
Segue.
And if you're excited about that, maybe somebody is. I'm not too excited about it. But hey, why not? It's a reboot from the 1988 version. We got a new one, so bring on some more. But people are very excited about Grand Theft Auto. And it's coming out. They got the trailer, Grand Theft Auto. I saw this. I had to talk about it for a second. 2025 release. It's been a decade since the last one. And the trailer came out. They actually leaked, and so they released. Rockstar actually released the actual trailer. 32 million views. Pretty fucking crazy. A lot of breaking news, everybody. A lot of breaking news. But to me, I'm like, whoo, whoo, whoo. Jonthan Majors thing. Honestly, it's a lot. Puff Daddy a lot. I guess that he's not that anymore. And this Rockstar Games is pretty great. Good for fans. It's been a long time. Anybody play those games, Grand Theft Auto?
No.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah.
No, it's honestly. What is really interesting to me is, when they announced that Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out in 2025, they announced it only for consoles, which was a really big slap in the face, because the whole reason that Grand Theft Auto 5 has stayed relevant is because of the PC market. A lot of people have spun up Grand Theft Auto 5 servers to do role playing, actually, where they build characters and they interact.
Because the engine is really powerful. Yeah,
Sean?
Exactly. Yeah. What?
I'm super excited that you're back, but that's not how hot takes work.
I'm giving him a second.
You're going to have to wait, and then he calls on you, and then you can say whatever you want to say about all the topics.
I forgot. I'm sorry. It's just been so long.
I put it out there.
Yeah. We missed you. We missed you immensely.
I'm just saying, it's like 10 years is a long fucking time, and I think people are going excited, getting really excited about it.